Hi, good people. Welcome to another episode of TNT Show. Today we are doing something different. We have a guest on the show. He's called Faraji. He's a musician, a media personality. So we'll get to, know him, understand him, and also get to understand his journey on the music side and also on the media side.
Hi, my name is Faraji. I'm a media producer and a musician, and it's good to be on this show. Thank you for having me.
So, Faraji, thank you so much for joining us in our set for TNT. We are glad we can host you. So, kindly tell us, your journey before you set to your career path. We would like to know where you grew up, your background, where your childhood experiences. So, where did you grow up?
But thank you so much, guys. These guys are looking so serious. Yeah, I came and they gave me food. So, if you're invited for this show, just be sure that you're gonna be really utashiba.
Yes, we like hosting our guests nicely, Faraji.
So I grew up in Makongeni. I grew up in Makongeni. That's Eastlands, in Nairobi. I was born in Kisii. I don't know where exactly. But then it was in Kisii, and then we came back. Didn't come back. We actually relocated to Nairobi. Makongeni Estate. I grew up there for quite a long time. Went to high school in Makongeni Primary School, and then we moved out to Isili, and then then after that went to high school, now up country, and then of course the moving up and down, boarding school, and then came back to Nairobi to hustle. Kamakawa college was in Nairobi. Yes.
Yeah, but
so mimi Nairobi.
When mtu wa Nairobi, toka Nairo.
Niso kukam.
Okay, so now, Faraji, we know you for your music.
Yeah.
Most people know you for your music. Most people know you for being a TV presenter. So when did you discover that, you
it's
can
good
actually
to confuse
sing?
People.
So when did you discover you can actually sing?
Singing was, I didn't like singing. I'll be very honest. I didn't like singing. So I play keyboard, the piano. What people call it piano keyboard. But I'm not that much of a professional, not like Akina Aaron Rimbui. So, but then I used to play in church and all that, and so my mom was like, "You look so very ugly if you're playing and then you don't sing. You're like just looking at guys like, guys, sing." So, I mean, no pun intended, but I was like those SDA guys, like do 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 do. And then I started singing. So they're like, that doesn't look good. So like, try and sing. Singing is easy. Just open up your mouth and sing. And I was like, I just took it up like really literally, and I really fell in love with music. So that was when I was in I think class 7, 6 hapo hivyo.
Class 7,
primary
6?
school.
Oh,
yes.
Okay.
Hapo basi nilikuwa naimba kwa church, nilikuwa backup.
Yeah, all good musicians wanatoka kanisa.
Tunawanga backup hapo kwa miaka 15, alafu sasa tunakuwa launch tuku nje.
So for you, you said ulianza kuimba kwa kanisa and then now moved.
Yeah.
So when did you decide to pursue it professionally? Because we have seen your music, you're more of a gospel musician and also some love songs. So what? Yes, the mapenzi, Faraji, mapenzi.
Lakini mapenzi ni mapenzi ya Yesu.
But it's a love song. You're singing to Christ. Faraji, okay.
It's okay.
Yes. So you're singing to Christ. When did you now decide to pursue it?
So I must say, looking back, I didn't know that I was doing music professionally. I think it was just more of a passion.
Yeah.
So I was at that time I was working at GBS TV, but then I used to host and hold like concerts here and there. I remember there's a time I actually held a concert at Alliance Forces, and it was pretty awesome. It was one of the best things I've ever done. But then I used to collaborate with different musicians. I remember at that time I actually collaborated with Shamir. Shamir was one of the all these reggae artists in Kenya said, I'm on fire, baby, fire. Because that guy, Shamir, I mean, I miss him, man. And afadhali mpotelea hapi. Sikiza ile pia cha kuimba. And then, so I went out and then, life ikanipiga kiboko, Nairobi ikanipiga ile kitu, ikanipiga makofi kadhaa, nikarudi kutafuta job, hustling and all that. And then, that was when was it? 2010? I'm not 20 what? No, 2013. Yeah, that's when I think I did my first music. That was professionally now.
Yeah.
That was Inuka Tena, directed by Papa Emile. Yeah, and then now the consequent years, I kept on doing music here and there. Yeah. But then, I must say,
yeah,
I was doing music professionally, but not commercially. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know where the difference lies, but I know that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, because most of our Kenyan artists say that music doesn't pay.
Yeah.
Even if you start, the upcoming artists, the upcoming youngins. Right now, Generation Z, they want to sing, they want to, pursue that because they see the video, they look at the video, oh, it's nice, it's done well.
Yeah.
And then they assume that, yes, I've done a good thing, I'm famous, and it's making me money. But when you come to that industry, you being in that industry for a while, you saw that it was not making as much. And you're like, okay, why am I in this, shoe per se? Because you're doing it professionally, not commercializing your music.
I think there's a notion that really needs to be, is it called, they say decipher, but they what?
Yeah, decipher.
That one. That music doesn't pay. It actually pays. I'm really here to say on the show, music pays. The only difference is it depends on how you want to do it.
Okay.
So you really must. Okay. I mean, let me put it like this. I got to quickly learn that there's music, the talent, and there's music, the art. I'll try my best to explain this. So the art part of it, or the business part of it, you have to treat it like a brand. So just the way someone is going to, so just the way the owner of Blue Band sat down and thought through, I want to open up a company called Blue Band, I want to sell a product called Blue Band, and that's just, okay, we are not advertising on this show, but Blue Band, you can be kind and bring your adverts to this show with the money.
Yes.
But then, so let me actually put jam so that they actually also get confused. So whoever comes first. So I mean, it was, it's more of like, I want to go into this thing, and it's like starting a company.
Yeah.
So you really have to have the strategy. You must know how are you going to market your music, how are you going to sell, how are you going to brand yourself, how are you going to brand yourself, how are you going to do what is it called, promotion, how are you going to
distribute.
Yes, who is your target audience?
Yeah.
Because I remember the first time I went to the studio and I wanted to do music, and I was very excited. I mean, I was being produced by one of the best producers, Papa Emile. I produced so many guys, including like in a DK, Furi Dance, and I was like, yeah. So I got in, I was like, bro, put that beat, man. I want to start singing and be awake. Kijana kaa hapo chini kwanza.
Tulia.
I was like, tulia. So I mean, it was like chill. So what's your music? Then like, my music is this. And like, so who's your target audience? Huh? Like, see, kila mtu. Like, it's like, no, you can't do music targeting everyone.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm like, okay. So first of all, they asked me like, who are you? You're coming into the industry as who? So I was like, wow, that really we actually rewrote the song again in the studio and recorded it. So now understanding like, how am I appearing as a brand? What is my brand? And what is my target audience? Who is my target audience? And yeah, I mean, basically that was that. So I must say, music pays.
Okay.
It's just that most of us really think it's all about the talent. As long as I can do, and a man is a rocker. Checky, what?
Unaendelea kidogo with that. We can't sing. I can't sing. So just,
Yaani umesema saizi gorilla ikitokea hapa, you can't sing to save your life.
I
utakulwa tu hivyo.
I cannot, there are things
yani gorilla itakukula tu.
No, as in, you will try and...
You can't sing to save your life.
Well, Anyway, Faraji, let's get back.
So basically that was it. Yeah. So
Okay.
music pays. Yeah.
So you see, that is the music side. You also have this other side of media that you said, ulikuja Nairobi ku hustle.
Yeah.
And then you landed a job in GBS as a TV presenter.
Yeah.
Hi, welcome to GBS. I'm blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Your real name, because I don't think you said Faraji.
Yes.
So how was it?
Yes.
How was your media experience when you started to do TV presenting and all?
I actually go to GBS as a comedian. That's a funny part of the story. I mean, it's a joke, right?
Yeah, it's a joke.
So, but I was a comedian, so yeah.
Yeah.
So it was still a joke. So there was a show called Gag Battle. So we used to do like comedy and comedian. So I went and did my jokes there, and Akina Chipukizi actually went ahead of me. So I went to GBS, and I went in as a comedian. It was comedy. I mean, it was very funny. So Chipukizi went ahead of me, and wakaenda kwa Churchill and everything. So a producer called Sakanta. Na sisi tunablemiwa sababu mali nimetoka. So Esther Kanja, big up, man. So she was like, you actually have a really good personality. So you should actually try to be a TV presenter. And I was like, what?
Me?
Like, this Walim Doi, kind of? I'm like, no. Thank you. So I think I can just do the comedy thing, and then it'll just be a joke, and then one day I'll be serious, and then I will do this serious thing. But it was like, you should actually try it. We have a show called Reach for the Stars, that we go to high schools and all that, colleges and all that. I was like, you should try it. I was like, hey. So, I went for the auditions. It was a very funny story, but then it was pretty inspiring. So I did not have official clothes. So when they called us for a screen test, I did not even know what a screen test is. So I went, and I was actually in a t-shirt.
Wow.
So the soldier, the guard at the gate, is called Mwas. Big up, man. So Mwas was like, na vijana wa siku hizi anakuja interview amevaa t-shirt toka hapa, and then he actually chased me for real. So I had to call a pal of mine. I was like, yo, bro, are you around, man? Because I knew he was living around Kasarani. So he was like, are you around, man? Unipeleka kashati ama nini? He was like, hey, manze, me, I'm not. So I'm like, wow, now I don't know what to do. So there's another brother who was actually around hearing all these commotions. He came and was like, what's wrong? So the soldier guy was like, ananikejeli kwa huyu jamaa. Naambia, vijana hawajui vijana, anakuja hapa interview. Hata yuko serious, amevaa t-shirt. Nimemfukuza aende. So the guy was like, is that true? I told him, like, I didn't know. And I didn't know a screen test is actually like an interview. So I'm sorry. He was like, well, I have some clothes, and if you could just check, and then you can try what fits you. I was like, oh, sure, man, that's great. So we went, and because they were spending there. So he gave me a very big shirt, blue shirt. I can remember it was striped. It was striped blue shirt. Oh, this is emotional. Serviettes. Okay, seriously. So he gave me like that, and then he gave me like a windbreaker. They were all big, oversized. So I was actually the last one to go in. So when I went in, and then they said, I think they were already tired. So like, what do you like doing? I told them, I like singing. So what song do you have? And I told them, I like singing this song. Come and make my heart your home. Come and be everything I ever thought I know. Search me. So I sang, and they're like, thank you so much for coming for the interview. I was like, really?
Really?
That's all? Wow. So clearly I was like, bad luck. No, definitely. So I said, okay, I didn't mind it. So I went. The producer actually, later on when I was not called, he actually told me, you coming here was such a shock to all of us. Because they edited all the interviews, and then they took that singing part of me, and then they put it at the end.
Oh, so when they were editing,
so that ikiisha, mimi nikatumika kama background music. Na credit ya wimbo ya kumalizia credits. I'm serious, by the way. Maybe high five for your studies. So for real.
So,
and then they presented it to the MD, and the MD watched it, and then I went to the last, and then he asked, who is the last guy who sang? And they told like, that's just some guy who actually came late, and then he said, call him.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you got the the call from the boss? Not necessarily from the boss.
I mean, he gave the direction that called this guy. Is you call this, call him too. I was like, okay. So I was called and I was like, you've passed the screen test. I was like,
really?
Are you guys serious or what? Like, no. This was like a very big joke.
Yeah.
So I mean, I went for the second interview. This time I actually I was
already
prepared. Yeah. So guys were there, we are seated, and I'm seeing guys wamekuja na matunini zintongaje to my piles.
Oh,
yeah, files, CVs, and I'm like,
where's yours?
Yangu iko kwa bahasha nikapepa kamoja.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. By the way, I also carried my high school
certificate.
My high school certificates are drama. Hoping they're going to land me a job. Wow, joke of the year. With no certificate in media-related studies. Honestly. I mean, I went and I gave them the papers. I was like, my papers. I was like, so why do you think you're a good presenter? I was like, I think I'm a good presenter. I think that's what you call me and all that. So, and then, boom, I was picked. So I went for training for 6 months, internship for 3 months, and then I worked there for 3.5 years.
You see, it's quite inspiring that, that you didn't have that experience, that, people assume that a TV presenter and, you're looking for a job, you have to have that experience.
Yeah.
As young people, we are, when you're trying to apply for a job, they have like the 5 years experience or the 3-year experience or the 10 years experience. And you're like, I only have my degree. I only have my diploma. So how can I get this job? How do I, push through? How will I get employment? Or how will I get the necessary skills and knowledge in this industry of ours? And also, that is quite inspiring. And also the fact that, we have not seen you in our TV screen of late. And we are wondering, so what is Faraji doing? You're not doing music currently, and you're not on our screens. So what is Faraji doing currently?
Well, right now I've been so much into pushing my brand, my company, Faraji Media. We've been so much in doing production, live streaming and all that, photography, videography, documentaries and all that. So I think I came to a point of saying, I actually look at the industry and I realized that it's going to probably take me a bit longer to actually, let me use the word that we all use, kuomoka, kind of. Sijaomoka, but lakini kuomoka through music, because I found it was a bit really pretty crazy. But then so I decided I want to do something else. I have a bad nature. I'm not the kind of person who stays at one place for quite a long time. I'll do something, and after some time I feel like I think I need to do something else. It's becoming a bit boring or something. Yeah. So I pushed the brand Faraji Media, which is what I've been doing. I'm still thinking of coming up with my own shows. It's just that again, I'm the kind of if I'm gonna do it,
how to do it?
I'd rather do it big. If I'm not doing it big, then wacha tukae tu mpaka ile skill inspiration itakam, and then we'll do it. I understand some people say you have to keep pushing yourself and everything, but then I must say again, we are in kind of a different world where people really don't have time to forgive you. It's not like before. Yeah. Before you could we had Vioja, guys were making mistakes on live TV. The kina Vija Kamani, Vituko, Vitimbi. All those were crazy stuff. But then there was not so much of a choice. Yeah. You just have to watch that. So guys who are there kind of really, and people are not even so much experienced to know, hapa mfanya makosa, hapa usini nini. So, but now with internet, with actually
in the digital world,
so guys may not really forgive you if you come up with a shoddy product. So I must say that's a pressure. I must say that's a pressure. That's why I'm kind of a bit slow on it.
Yeah. And you've said the truth, because now I'm thinking, we are currently, a YouTube channel, and we are a youth show, and as young people, we feel that pressure that you have to be perfect, you have to be good, you have to excel in the shortest time possible.
What I've learned is you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to excel.
No.
Within this industry, I've learned that you just have to be different and be courageous in being different.
And that's why I wanted you to talk about, the fact that you were able, or still, you are currently learning, growing, and you're able to diversify. You're not, we knew Faraji as a musician. That is all we know Faraji as.
Yeah.
We know Faraji as a TV presenter. That is all we know as Faraji as.
Yeah.
We know Faraji has a media, he has his own brand. So that is actually what we know you with.
Yeah.
So what made you feel like you need to diversify? And what can you tell the youth about it? So that, they don't feel the need of, I need to stick to one job, or I need to stick to one, this is me.
I don't know if I'm the right person to advise people on that one.
No, but
because
I'm saying on your experience.
Yeah, from my experience,
Yes.
which I don't know, it could be someone's experience could be different.
Always.
But then, I must say for me, it was because of insecurity. I did not want to get fired. Yes, I did not want to get fired. So I went to GBS and I was a presenter. And then when I realized presenters were being shifted from one show to the other, and then one was just being told now you don't have a show to host. So you see looks like we have to lay you off because you understand.
Yeah.
So because I was like, this is risky.
Job, yeah.
Yeah. So this is risky. So I was in a company, and then I started pushing my way to actually becoming an editor, a cameraman, and a producer. I wanted to do everything. It's the only graphics that I could do, but I wanted to do everything. So by the time I was leaving and actually presenting, I was actually producing one of the biggest shows at GBS TV, and I'm really glad. I was one of the,
pioneers.
The presenters that are known from that TV station. And at the same time, I could edit there are shows that I used to edit. I go produce, I have my cameraman, and then go back, edit them over the night, surrender in the morning, and then go home. The days I couldn't sleep I was not sleeping for about 48 hours or so, because you have to go. So there's a show I used to it's called Art Life. I'd go have a concert, come edit at night, then Saturday the next day, that 6 hours you still
Yeah.
So it was purely not wanting to be valuable. That's the word. I wanted to be of more value.
Okay.
So I wanted to diversify so that whenever you think of firing me, you lose a lot.
Okay.
So, and then with that, I didn't get fired.
You didn't get,
I
but
resigned.
still you resigned. Yeah. You left. Already, as you know, on a lighter note, as we are about to, close the show.
Yeah. Why are you closing so early? But it's okay. So,
Our time is,
Yeah.
So, Faraji, as we're closing, on a lighter note.
Yeah.
Are you taken? I am asking on behalf of my, co-host. She's been single or still single. So, are you taken? Or are you single?
You know this song?
Yeah, he's trying to divert the conversation. So clearly he will not answer the question. It's okay, it's fine. I was asking on behalf of a friend.
Ako karibu na mimi.
Well,
Atembea na bwana.
What is your parting shot? You're not going to answer that question. So what is your parting shot as we end?
My parting shot is, I think I would really encourage everyone there that your journey is different and everyone's journey is different. Don't compare yourself with anyone. Just be different and be authentically different. And just go for it. It always looks scary the first time. But then once you've decided I'm going to be different, I would really quote this from actually some of my friends. Eko Dida started his music with a stammer style, and he used to say, Kesho Nikan. And then guys used to laugh. They're like, what kind of hip hop is this? The funniest. And he says that the only person who actually told him, do not try to change this style because it's not relevant, and people find it funny because it's different. It was actually Giuliani. Giuliani told him, don't change it. It's funny right now. It looks funny, but then don't change it. And voila. Tell me who else does stammer hip hop in this country and the whole world? I only know Eko Dida. If you know anyone, please text us on the show. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your time. It has been fun. It has been interesting. It has been, interesting to know where you're coming from, where you're going, and where you are. And we are glad. Come back. You are welcome anytime. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. I hope you have learned something. You don't have to be in one place. Diversify. As a young person, diversify. Learn different skills. Be different. Be different and be authentically.
different.
We are digitally different.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Comment, subscribe to our channel,
Yes.
like our Facebook page, our Instagram page. Also like this episode if you have loved it. If you want to see Faraji some
You must
other
love
time,
it. What do you have? No, you don't have an
come
option.
back.
You must love it.
Bye guys.
Thank you. All right, guys. Thank you so much for having me and for TNT. I mean, such a great show. Please remember to follow me up on social media handles. It's Nifaraji at Instagram, Nifaraji Facebook, Nifaraji Twitter. Consistency ndio game ya ndio relay game. So thank you so much. See you tupatane pale kwa streets. Bless up. Pick up.
Awesomeness.